Hi, thanks for coming and joining us here at the day following today. It's Tuesday, October 30th, 2018, and it's a week before the midterms, and the country is gonna split in two. No, it's not really gonna split in two, but it seems like it, and the media wants you to think that way. And if you think about it, the powers that be, whatever you want to call them, deep state, global elite, Bilderberg, whatever, they want us fighting. And those people that are speaking words of trying to bring us together are destroyed. Think about it. Think about it. Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison. I mean, they kill the good guys. John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King. I mean, they want us fighting. And it doesn't matter what the binary is. It could be male, female, young, old, rich, poor, black, white, white, brown, brown, yellow. I mean, it doesn't matter. They want us at odds. They want, the tribalism, the whole reason for, kind of spectator sport athletics going back to the Roman Colosseum days was, who is it, Caesar or somebody that said, give them circus and bread. Okay, well, the circus, modern day circus, is football and baseball and basketball and, whatever. And the bread is the minimal sustenance that our jobs allow us to, obtain. I mean, think about it. Back in the 40s and 30s, 50s even, one income, 60s, one income was enough. Well, why did they promote and establish the women's movement? So that, because at that point only 50% of the population was being taxed. Why do you think the tobacco companies had psychologists and advertising people, advertising to women back in the 20s and 30s? Because half of the population smoked. Men. They want us. They want us in tribes, basically, and they want to keep us in tribes. And that's what, for example, the walk-away movement is all about: is to walk away from the tribe. And I don't think walk-away movement is necessarily. I mean, it's primarily, it seems, to be walking away from the left, the Democrats, the progressives, whatever. But it's not necessarily only to that. It could be walking away from whatever dogma, whatever structure is holding you back. If that's a church, if that's a family, if that's an abusive relationship, if that's the Republicans and the right and the conservatives. Walk away and develop your own voice, develop your own thought process and decisions. And if it happens to, match up with others, and it doesn't have to match up one for one, that's kind of the beauty of the walk away movement, is if they find, comfort in a lot of what's on the right or conservative, fine. But you don't, nobody should require absolute 100% obedience or alignment with another human being. It's just not possible, and it's not practical. So they want us fighting. And it reminds me of a memorable line in the movie War Games, where the computer, after being thrown all these complicated games, these complicated war games, and and then complicated, like chess and backgammon and non-war games, and then being given tic-tac-toe, comes to the conclusion that the winning move is not to play. Think about that. A bully wants you to engage because it gives him power and it takes power away from you. Not engaging doesn't give him the power, gives all the power where it should be with you. If he can keep his power, I'll keep my power. Lately, I've been looking in the mirror and realizing that I have given a lot of power away. I've given a lot of power away. It's awkward to now kind of realize, understand, and need and want to kind of utilize my own decision making and will and power for my own good when I haven't for so long. If you happen to be in that place, I get it. Hope maybe this meets you at a certain place. I described it the other day as almost like being in AA. Like I'm addicted to trying to please other people. I'm addicted to not being reflective. I'm addicted to that. And every day I need to force my thoughts in a positive direction. And when I feel like going into that liquor store, when I feel like going down that road of self-hate, and because I'm not familiar with self-love, I need to kind of stop it. Grab it, go into my pocket and grab the 30-day chip or what. I don't know what I don't know what AA does, but call up my sponsor. I need a sponsor, I guess, for what ails me. But it feels like what that must be like, being addicted to something that like you seem powerless over. And here I am, midlife, and I need to make that decision. I wish I had made it in my 20s. I wish I made it in my teens. I wish I had a better, I can go back and point to, whatever, but here I am. So I hope this finds you at a place where whatever is holding you back, whatever is staring back at you at the mirror, you realize, number one, that it's you staring back at the mirror, from the mirror, and number two, whatever it is, it's still you. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this journey, on your journey, and as I always say, and I'm learning to be good to myself, and I'll say to you, be good to yourself.